This is raw. This is real. This is beyond the check.
Hi, wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Check. Today, I am going to be your host, and I am Racheal Alani. Today, I bring another guest, a beautiful personality, to your screen today. It's another wonderful section to share this story, to hear about how she was able to build her business and scale her business to what it is today. Good afternoon, Ms. Abibat, and how are you doing today?
I'm very fine, thank you, ma.
Yeah, can we meet you?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jimoh Abibat A. Oluwafunmilayo.
All right, you're welcome. So can you share with us how you get started in network marketing, when and where, and how has been your journey so far?
All right, I was a fashion designer before I joined the business, and I was a part 2 student of OAU. Actually, I never thought of becoming a network marketer. I was doing my fashion design business because I was studying soil science and land resources management. I never thought of that course. And one of the things I've been able to realize is that the moment they tell you you can study anywhere or you can work anywhere, they know that that course is actually a very, very useless course. When we did our orientation, they said you can work anywhere, and I knew that I'm in trouble. So my sponsor was the president of my faculty, and one thing led to another. He introduced me to the business, and I saw the possibility of the business. I saw the way they were like celebrating people, and I thought to myself, okay, I can actually be a fashion designer and also do this business. I can multitask. So that was when I decided to join the business, and that has been one of the best decisions of my life.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. So can you tell me, how is building business and going to school, how is it for you?
Actually, one thing I tell people that are doing the business and also schooling is that try your best as much as possible not to have any carryover. I just finished from OAU and I did not have any single carryover, and that was because I don't want to have it. The business does not stop you from excelling in school. Like, I have good grades, I'm making money in the business, so I think that's just it. And it comes with prioritizing it. Do I need money? Yes. Do I want to excel academically? Yes. And at the end of the day, I know that my certificate as a Nigerian, I'm not using it to do anything. So I know that the business can give me everything that I want.
So looking back to when you get started, can you share with me your fears, your doubts at the beginning of your business? And when you want to get started, what are your parent takes on this business?
Actually, I have the most supportive parents, and you just have to like communicate properly with them that, oh, this is what I want to do, and they are going to allow you to do it. I started fashion designing when I was in JSS 3, and that was because anytime anyone make clothes for us, I'm the only one that complains that, oh, this clothes is... That was why my parents said I should start learning fashion designing. So when I was in part 2, I had my industrial machine, I had my manual machine, I had like all the machines that I can use to set up a shop. And during the time I joined the business, I just bought my industrial machine. And I used to make clothes for my mom every Friday. That particular Friday, I've started the business and I disappointed my mom. I didn't make her clothes. Then she called me. I told her, oh, I did overnight in the office, this and that. And we had issue. So I went back home. I explained to her that this is what I'm doing. And she said, I've never made like any wrong decision, or I've never made that decision that will make her like lose trust in me. And she gave me a blessing. So, and since my mom gave me a blessing, every other person in my family gave me their blessing. So I've never had any issue with my family regarding the business. And my greatest fear in my life is being a liability, asking people for money, or when people say no to me. So I told myself, and I realized that I must have my own money. And when I got to the business, I see that there's a lot of money if you are willing to work. So that's been like my greatest motivation to work. And my parents actually support me. Everyone I have in my life supports me.
Wow, that is so great to hear. So looking at your business, your journey in your business, has there been a moment that you feel like, yes, this is why I do this business? Do you have that moment in your business?
When I started the business, actually, I didn't have any specific thing that made me like, oh, I want to do this business as a do or die something. It was just moving with the flow. Mm-hmm. I trusted my sponsor. And when I went to the office, it felt like family. Like everybody welcomed me. And it just felt like a safe place for me to be in. So that was one of the reasons why I started that, okay, if this place feel like a safe place, I can continue. But like in the long run, I started making money. I had people that joined my business that they were making money every month. It gives me joy. Like I can come to the office and I train people and they are making money. People that go from, oh, I don't have 10,000 naira in my account to having millions in their savings. So it gives me a lot of joy to continue.
Wow. So speaking of that and looking at the podcast Beyond the Check, can you share with me how network marketing, new life business opportunity has changed your life aside from financially? How has new life and network marketing changed your life personally and in other way?
Now, something happened when I was in part 2. I think I had issues with my friend and I was not able to defend myself. But now, I think I can talk anywhere, like just talk anywhere, which is something that even if I have an idea and I know that this thing is actually very, very correct, I'm going to keep it to myself. Not just because, oh, I don't want people to hear me talk, but now I can talk to anybody anywhere. One of the things the business has helped me with is like helping other people. You know, when I was a fashion designer, if I teach someone something, you can't have your shop beside my shop. I can't teach you something and I want you to use it at the same location that I'm using it. But in the business, I can always like do it. I'm even going to tell you that do it the same way I'm doing it so that I can get the same results that I'm getting. So I like that about the business.
Wow. So speaking of building your business, how do you handle rejection? When people say no to you, your business or your opportunity, how do you handle it?
I think rejection is normal and rejection is everywhere, not only in my business. Let me use this instance. If you go to a market and someone is selling something for 1,000 naira and another person is selling it for 2,000 naira, you can decide to like go for the person that is selling it cheaper or expensive. So if you go for one person and you didn't go for the other person, that means that you rejected the person that is selling for 1,000 naira or the person that is selling it for 2,000 naira. So one of the things I've been able to realize is that rejection is normal. And with or without the business, you are going to get rejected. And if someone is rejecting your business, they are not rejecting you. They are rejecting your business opportunity. The way you two, like you are pricing something in the market and you are going for one person and you are not going for the other person. So rejection is normal.
What does leadership in network marketing means to you?
Leadership in network marketing to me means empowerment. Like you empower people, you see people grow from 0 to 100. So it means empowerment to me.
Okay, now let's talk about team, duplication, and others. Now, what does duplication means to you? How do you duplicate, and how do you let your team work with or without you?
All right. Duplication to me is when my people are able to like do the same thing that I'm doing or even more. So most of the time, if I bring people to the office, I ensure that they are very, very close to me. Anything that I'm doing, I ask them to like do the same thing. And personal development is actually very, very important in our business. So I tell them, develop yourself personally, read book, enlighten yourself. And leveraging on people is actually very, very, very important. When you leverage on people, it helps your business very well. So when I'm not available, I tell my people, leverage on people, leverage on every resources that you have available. And as their sponsor, as their team leader, I always ensure that everything that I'm doing, they do almost the same thing and they leverage on people when I'm not available. And one thing about duplication is when you build people that are like you or better than you. So I ensure that what I'm doing, what make me where I am today, I ensure that I teach them the same thing so that they'll be able to get to where I am and even more.
So speaking of duplication, creating leaders and all of that, how do you balance this? How do you balance schooling, business, family, and everything?
I said it earlier that everyone that I have in my life is actually very, very supportive. They support everything I'm doing. So like the people that I have in my life are very, very understanding. So they understand it that, oh, when something is going on and I communicate it to them, they understand. And schooling is not 24 hours in a day. And likewise, office, like our office always have like a time period. Some office is like 10 to 2, some office is like 4 to 7, some is 2 to 6 or 7. So like there's time for everything. You know the time to read, you know the time to go to school, you know the time to like, oh, I need to communicate to any of my family member. there is time to do all of that. So it's just like prioritization. What do I need to do now? And I believe that communication is very, very important. When you communicate to people, they understand you, they understand what you are going through, and they understand that there are times that your business require a lot from you. So that time they will be able to like give you the necessary help that they can. So schooling is not hard. To me, schooling is not hard. All you just have to read and pass. There's something I call 4 A's. Gbèrú, gbèsò, gbáyé, gbàgbé, and it actually work all of the time. Go to school, read your book, score A, and forget it.
Okay, now looking at your business, how you've built your business to become an emir director in New Life International.
Okay.
If you could go back to the first year, what are the things that you are going to do different?
I think I'm going to prospect early. When I became a distributor, it took me 5 months before I became a manager. So I'm going to start prospecting early. I'm going to tell anybody that needs to hear about my business. I was a fashion designer before, so when I joined the business, I was still posting, I'm active, I'm selling. If you don't buy from me, I'm not going to chop, like soft stuff like that, because I didn't want people to know that I was doing the business. So if I could change the hand of time, I'm going to start posting about my business early. I'm going to prospect as many people as possible. And I'm just going to like carry my business on my head. That's like what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that is great. I love that. So do you have any advice for people just starting out, people in the business, and people that are currently probably stuck or having a doubt about this business? Do you have advice, general advice for people out there, people in here, and people that are planning to go out here?
If you are just joining the business, one thing I'm going to tell you is that don't just start. Like, you have to join. There's a difference between starting and joining your business. When you join your business, that means that you are actively in that business. Like, everything, your soul, your body, your mind, you are putting it in the business 100%. And if you're already in the business, give it all it takes. One of the things I've been able to realize is that it is all worth it. If you are facing challenges now, you are going to overcome it. If everything is going on well now, you are still going to face challenge and you are still going to overcome it. The beauty of our business is that anything that you do, there is always a reward for it. Mm-hmm. And when the reward comes, you forget that, oh, like I've done overnight before. You forget that, like, all the sorrow, the pains that you've passed through, you forget about everything. So everything is just a phase and it will always pass.
Yeah.
So and if you want to leave the business, I don't have anything for you, sincerely, because you've seen the possibility. You've seen leaders. We have our leaders here. She just returned from Portugal, if I'm correct. Mm-hmm. And like, you can see all the lifestyle. Like, everyone wants to feel it. We know the situation of Nigeria. We know the economy. We know how things is. You have a community that always supports you. You have people that, no matter what you are going through, someone has went through it before, someone has passed through it before, they can always mentor you. Our business is a template business, and if you're able to do it the way our leaders did it, you'll be able to like get the same result. And check their results. They are doing amazingly well. And if you don't quit, your future self is going to thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that is great. I love that. So do you have, to round it up, do you have a quote or a mantra that keep you going in your business?
I think I have this quote before I joined the business, and that's like my favorite quote till now, is that you have to start before you can become a star. Every person that you're looking up to today, your mentor, anyone that you're looking up to, they actually start from somewhere. And it is because of their courage to continue. It is because of their resilience. It's because they are persistent. That is why you are looking up to them today. So you too, you have to start. You have to give it all it takes. 100%, not 50%. Don't do on and off. Give it all it takes, and it is all worth it at the end of the day.
Wow, thank you so much. That was a great and powerful section. Thank you, Ms. Abibat, for joining me today. And thank you for sharing your story with everyone and everybody. Thank you so much. To appreciate you for coming here today, we have a gift for you from our top sponsor, one of our top sponsors, Latest Vibe Visual Production. They deal with anything production, videos, photos, content, and everything, and they can travel anywhere in Nigeria and even outside Nigeria. And also we have our second sponsor, Act Travels. that deals with travels and travels, solo vacation, team vacation, and everything. And they just add this small package for you. And we are happy because you joined us today, and we are wishing you a safe trip back home. So just I wanted to tell the audience at home that thank our sponsor and a farewell message.
Thank you everyone for having me and for listening to my story. Thank you to Latest Vibe Photography. Thank you to Act Travel, and I wish you more sales, more success, and more development.
Right, thank you. Until next episode, I'm going to see you. Bye.
This is raw. This is real. This is beyond the check.